I don't act like my zodiac sign. Mercury retrograde is ruining my life. What is my big three? Is astrology even real? Then you're in the right place, because today I wanted to do a fun opener. We're going to bust some of the biggest myths in astrology. We're going to clear up tons of confusion and really help you understand why astrology is much deeper than the memes that you see on social media. This isn't about convincing anyone or what to believe, okay? You have free will. You can believe whatever you want. This is about understanding the language of astrology and learning why millions of people all over the world continue to study it thousands of years after it first begun. So, I want you to grab a notebook, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand astrology way better than most people just scrolling on TikTok. So, myth number one, I don't act like my zodiac sign. This is probably the number one question people ask. Someone says, I'm a Gemini, but I'm quiet. I'm a Leo, but I hate attention. I'm a Scorpio, but I'm not mysterious. The reason is so simple. You have to know this. You are not just your sun sign. This is why I tell people not to read those horoscopes in the magazines, okay? Most people only know their sun sign because that's what the newspapers, magazines, and social media talk about. But your birth chart contains your sun, your moon, your rising, your Mercury, your Venus, your Mars, your Jupiter, your Uranus, your Neptune, your Pluto, all of it and much more. Imagine trying to understand an entire movie by looking at one frame. That's what judging yourself by your sun sign does. So your sun sign is only one piece of a much larger blueprint. Let's go on to Mythbuster number 2. Everyone born under the same sign is the same. Let's say two people are both Leos. You have A and B. One becomes a musician, the other one is an accountant. One person is outgoing and the other one is shy. Why? Because astrology is really a system of combinations. There's different moons, there's different rising signs, there's different planetary placements, there's different houses, there's different life experiences. So you got to think of astrology like ingredients, okay? The same ingredients can create thousands of different recipes. No two charts are exactly alike. Go on to Mythbuster number 3. This one is very popular, by the way. This one is a Mercury retrograde ruins everything. Let's kind of talk about the celebrity of astrology. Mercury retrograde. Social media would have you believe that every computer crashes, every relationship ends, and every package gets lost. But the reality is not exactly. Mercury rules communication, travel, technology, and information, okay? So when Mercury appears to move backwards from Earth's perspective, astrologers pay attention because those areas may require extra patience. But Mercury retrograde isn't a punishment, you guys. It's just a review period. I call it a reflection period. It's a revision period. Sometimes the best things happen during Mercury retrograde because we're forced to slow down and really notice what we've missed. Now, Mythbuster number 4. Okay. This one is going to ruffle a little bit of feathers. People say that astrology predicts your future. One of the biggest misconceptions is that astrology is not a sentence. Astrology is not a destiny. Okay? Astrology is a weather report. That's why I always call it a cosmic weather update, cosmic weather report. If a weather report says there's an 80% chance of rain tomorrow, you can still choose to go outside. But you might bring a rain jacket or raincoat rain boots. Astrology works similar to that. So it's just describing the energetic conditions. You still have free will, you still make choices, and you still determine how you respond. Mythbuster number 5. This one's interesting. Horoscopes don't work, so astrology must be fake. This one makes me laugh. Because most people read horoscopes based on only their sun sign. I know I said this in the beginning. This used to be me when I was like 12 years old. But astrologers often recommend reading your rising sign first. So if you've been following me for a while, you know I always read your rising sign energy whenever I do my astro update videos. Why? Because horoscopes are usually written using whole sign houses or rising sign techniques. We'll get into that in one of the courses. In other words, you may be reading the wrong horoscope. And you gotta also remember, a generic horoscope is written for millions of people. And your natal chart is very unique. Mythbuster number 6. So, I heard this probably about a year or two ago. There are actually 13 zodiac signs. Let's kind of talk about, I don't know how to say this word, but Ophiuchus, I think. Every few months this goes viral. People panic. They think that their sun sign changed. Here's the truth. Astronomically speaking, the sun passes through the constellation known as Ophiuchus. I think I'm saying that wrong, but you can look it up. Ophiuchus.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Astrologically speaking, I'm going to keep saying that, Western astrology uses a symbolic zodiac divided into 12 equal sections. The zodiac signs are archetypes, not the physical constellations themselves. This is why many astrologers continue using 12 signs. Neither side is necessarily wrong, though. I feel like there's no right or wrong in this world. But that's a whole nother story. They're just simply using different systems. That's it. Mythbuster number 7. Cusps are a zodiac sign. You may have heard, I'm a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. Or, I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp. This debate continues all day. Many astrologers believe you're one sign or the other. Others believe cusp energy can feel noticeable when your sun is near a different sign boundary. But the important thing to understand is that your entire chart matters more than whether you're technically on a cusp or not. For me, when I see that someone is born on a cusp, which is typically the end of one sign and the beginning of another, if you read the person, you will feel what kind of energy they're based in. But that's a whole nother story. Myth number 8. All right. All astrologers use the same system. False. Not even close. There are many forms of astrology, you guys. We've got Western astrology. There's Vedic astrology, Chinese astrology, Hellenistic astrology, evolutionary astrology, Mayan astrology, and there's so much more. Think of them like different languages describing the same sky. People use different tools, people have different perspectives, and they have different techniques. Mythbuster number 9. Astrology is just about personality. Most beginners think that astrology only describes your personality traits. But actually, you can explore so much more. That's why it's so intriguing to me. You can study the timing, the relationships, your career, your purpose, what else? Growth, challenges, opportunities. Many people use astrology as a tool for self-awareness. Others just use it for spiritual development. And other people just use it because it's just fun. Mythbuster number 10. Saturn return destroys your life. If you spent any time online, you'll probably heard all of these horror stories about Saturn and Saturn returns and all of that. Let me break it down real quick. Saturn return usually happens around 27 to 30 years old. Then you get another one from like 57 to 60. Then you get another one if you make it to 87 to 90 years old. So Saturn represents responsibility, structure, maturity, accountability, and Saturn returns often ask you, are you building the life you're meant to build? So sometimes relationships may end, jobs may go away, so your career changes, right? Sometimes people finally step into their purpose. So Saturn isn't here to destroy you. It's trying to grow you. I call Saturn the evolutionary planet. We should all be changing, evolving, and moving upward, onward, and forward. Period. Mythbusted number 11. Astrology is like New Age. So, astrology is actually ancient as fuck. Many civilizations studied the sky. We've got Egyptians, Greeks, Babylonians, Persians, Chinese, Mayans, Indians. For thousands of years, humans looked upward for meanings, timing, navigation, understanding. Astrology existed long before social media, honey, okay? Mythbuster number 12. This is going to be the last one. You need to believe in astrology before it actually works. You don't have to believe shit. I say just approach it with an open mind and have some curiosity in your bones. Ask questions, study it, observe it, test it. Just see what resonates. The best astrologers remain the students. So, what have we learned today? That you're not just your sun sign, right? Mercury retrograde isn't out to get you. There are different astrology systems in the world, not only one. And horoscopes are not your entire chart. Saturn return is not going to punish you. And astrology is just much bigger than zodiac memes, okay? And most importantly, I call astrology a language. And like any language, the more that you learn it, the more it just begins to make sense. So, I just wanted to drop off these North Node essentials about the most popular topic that will be discussed across all social media platforms that you probably have heard. So welcome to North Node University. Your journey is just getting started.